zbog ovoga se moramo sastajati. Šteta što sad ne možemo. Ja se nadam da ćemo na kraju imati prilike u svim vidovima vremena koje nam se pojavi na raspolaganju nastaviti diskusiju. Na redu je prezentacija rada pod brojem 4. Naziv rada je gospodarenje otpadom u Portugalu s osvrtom na Hrvatsku. To je grupa autora. Ja mislim da će prezentaciju obaviti gost iz Portugala, Sergio Manuel Rotau Duarte. Is it correct?
Yes.
Okay. Just a moment, dakle na engleskom će biti prezentacija, ja se nadam da ćete moći pratiti. You have 8 minutes plus 2 as loading time.
Okay, thank you. 10 minutes will be enough. Thank you. Okay, so good afternoon. First things first, dobar dan. Hvala vam što ste ovdje, zadovoljni smo mi. I hope I didn't offend anyone. So from now on I will continue in English if you don't mind. My name is Sergio Duarte and I'm a third year student from Coimbra Health School in Portugal on the bachelor's degree of environmental health. And this presentation is a joint work with Zdravstveno veleučilište from Zagreb about waste management in Portugal with reference to Croatia. So in '97, Portugal had about 300 dumps, so this is easy to understand that this scenario was a threat to public health. Therefore, there were developed two plans of action. First, the solid urban waste strategical plan, and a few years later, the solid urban waste strategical plan, second version. This last one more towards a concept of think global, act local, and that should be applied in the first way on the several regions of the country. Its goals were the reduction in 50% of the biodegradable municipal waste disposed in landfills by 2013, and by 2020 the disposal should not exceed the 35%. In 2010, Portugal produced around 5.5 million tons of urban waste. Thus, the necessity of a change from a landfill management model to a selective or organic recovery management model was a requirement. Here you can see Portugal's waste management system. It has some asymmetries. Geographical, social economical or demographical asymmetries, and they lead to different methods of waste collection, equipment, waste streams or different infrastructures, and that also on the other hand leads to a difficulty in trying to establish a better on the costs with waste management. Regarding Croatia, in 2012 the average amount of municipal waste collected was 390 kilograms per inhabitant. When compared to previous years, there was a raise, especially in the number of the infrastructures of organic recovery waste, in order to divert waste from landfills with the purpose to increase the recovery of recyclable waste. Regarding Croatia, the three green bars represent the higher rates of municipal waste sent to recovery in 2012. Okay, Portugal against Croatia. Let's hope that on the 13th of July, when the World Cup final in Brazil occurs, the eyes of the world can be in these two countries, and hopefully the one that could prevail is. Okay, I just keep it to myself, considering the circumstances. Okay, in 2004, okay, here, yes. In 2004, Portugal organized the European Football Championship. So this made some changes on the way of life of the population, and also in the returns of the investments in hotels, restaurants, or similar started to occur. So this created a good amount of jobs. People started to have more money to spend, and although this doesn't explain all the data, it has a meaning in it. It's from 2004 until 2008, and this was the year that the economical crisis came upon the world. So people changed a bit their behaviors, and started to reduce their consumption, so that also can be helpful in order to explain the decrease that occurred from 2009, the decrease that occurred on the urban waste, on the production of urban waste, from 2009 onwards. Regarding Croatia, we can see a similar trend in 2008, from 2008 onwards, and in 2011 Croatia produced around 1.6 million tons of urban waste. That means 371 kilograms per inhabitant per year. Regarding final destination of urban waste, in 2011 in Portugal 58.8% went to landfill, 21.2 energetic recovery, 11.5 recycling, and 8.4 organic recovery. I'm sorry. Okay, no problem. And although in Portugal landfills are still the first option regarding the disposal of waste, the tendency is taking the desirable direction, as you can see here on the chart, which is landfills going down and the other options coming up. Regarding Croatia, in 2012, the pink bars represent the rate of municipal waste sent to disposal. These plans are branches or ramifications, if you want, from the general plan, the solid urban waste strategical plan. They are used as tools in specific sectors of waste production. Here we can see three core sectors: urban waste, industrial waste, and hospital waste. And within each, we can see the plans that are already in use and that were used. Okay, here we have two tables. Table 2, quantity of waste taken back for recycling and quantity of compost produced. If in table 2 the tendency is to decrease from 2010 to 2012, in table 3, quantity of compost produced, the tendency is made on an ups and downs scale. Regarding table 4, the quantity of fuel derived from waste production is expected to increase when the biological and mechanical treatment units will be in full function, and that should have happened in 2013. Regarding figure 8, the biodegradable urban waste disposed in landfills, in 2012 was 62% when compared to the value of 95. And by 2013, and by accordance with the European Union Act regarding landfills, this value should be less 50% when compared to the value of the year of 95. Goals for recycling in 2012, 25% of the waste produced in Portugal was prepared for reuse or for recycling, and we hope that in 2020 this value can increase in 50% on the preparation of materials good for recycling. Here we have overall results for some countries in Europe. Portugal in 2011 was standing here on the last third of the table. We hope that in time this situation can be reversed. Nevertheless, this situation, these outcomes in 2011 represented a better picture than back in '97 when the country started to deal with the issue in a more serious way. So these results are the meaning that it's possible to improve. Okay, so with this presentation, we had the intent to show on how the state of art regarding Portugal's waste management looks like. I believe that actions like this one, like the one that are happening here today, are an outstanding opportunity to share knowledge, to share experiences between cultures that are united in one same goal, in this case waste management, and I believe also that we should all bear one thing in mind. There is no such thing as throwing out the waste, because that implies that people are throwing out the waste into the outer space. So there only exists throwing out the waste into the earth. And although there are law obligations dealing with the subject, I believe that also the moral obligations are important in order to try to change this type of mindware of the people's actions. So, this being said, I want to thank you very much for your attention and for giving me the opportunity to come here today. And to conclude, I want to thank Ana Maria Ladish and Anna Mojsovic-Chuic, I hope I said it right, for the efforts done in the task and for the patience that you had in me. So thank you very much, and hvala.
Thank you for keeping your time. We have time for one question, if anybody is willing to open any kind of discussion. If not, I suggest we spare it for the rest of the day or for tomorrow. Thank you very much. Thank you. It was very interesting. Najavljujem posljednji članak, ali ne posljednju prezentaciju. Dr. Jetić će u nastavku svog prethodnog izlaganja